But look at this. In the prior video, I said, I bet, I can't guarantee, but I bet that helicopter that ran into the DCA plane, the American Eagle plane, on May Day, Eagle burning on May Day, I bet you had no helicopters. I bet it was remote control autonomous. And this video from 2 years ago, look at that, 2 years ago, about the exact helicopter being autonomous. Look at this. It flies itself. It literally flies itself as low as 200 feet and 100 knots. No wonder that corridor is 200 feet, put there a long time ago. It can fly as low as 200 feet. Magically, that's the corridor, not 300, not 400, but it went down to 200. On runway 33, obviously the runways are the prevailing wind, but that runway is only 5,600 feet. I mean, it can barely be used by anybody. Any regular planes. Has to be used by the small puddle jumpers. Why even put such a tiny runway there with the prevailing wind of 33? Runway 1, which is the longer runway, is good enough if your prevailing wind is, in the 360 range, from 360. Either way, dude, 200-foot corridor, and this helicopter can fly by itself without a pilot. That's why they said request visual separation. They were sitting in a separate room somewhere in the Jesuit headquarters somewhere, and unbelievable, it flies itself. Dude, this is so obvious, and they leave it on YouTube, and they say oh my god, unbelievable. All right, let's get to today's feature presentation. All right, I think I made this up. I came out with this article. This was in the New York Post. Osama bin Laden's niece says only Trump can prevent 9/11. Okay, look at that timestamp, 9/23, and look when that came out, September 5th. 9/23 and September 5th. Dude, if you actually even mention the word Super Bowl after watching this video, don't hurt yourself, but like lightly to medium, maybe heavily, slap yourself in the face. And while we're talking about the Super Bowl, in 2020, the Philadelphia Eagles played the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously. Same game as playing right now, right before Corona started. Andy Reid won his 2-2-2 game on 2/2/2020. Dude, give me a break. And this is the circle back game that's not going to be played, that's going to be canceled. And as you noticed, they got people not expecting, but people ready for a cancellation, postponement, what have you, when they did the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans and they did that fake terrorist attack on J1. Okay, talking about J1. Before we talk about J1, knocking on the door of Judgment Day. We'll get to knocking on the door of Judgment Day. 118. 118. 118 literally is the date on February 6th. That's why January 18th was so massive with the TikTok ritual, right? Knocking on the door of Judgment Day. When was that timestamp? That timestamp in this article came out on April 30th, 2022. The very next day was May Day, right? May Day, when we had this little 2 plane crashes on May Day. And the timestamp was 1:03:10:3. Let's look at this. And before we look at this, the TV show here was called Mayday on 118. 118. It was called Mayday. Dude. And in those little 922 clips, when they kept talking about September 22nd, look at that date. 16J6. And here's that article, April 30th, knocking on the door of Judgment Day, with a timestamp of 1:03. The very next day, 1:04. And look at this Drudge headline. Doomsday ticks closer. When did this come out? On January 24th, 2023. Doomsday ticks closer. You don't think they knew this all along? And 7/11 is 9/11. 333. 333. What's 3 plus 3? 6. They're giving you 3-6. 3-6 and 2-5. 3-6 and 2-5. We'll get all to that too in seconds. Remember 118, 3625, 711, 911, and the rest of it. You're going to need it in a second. Keep this in your memory bank. And the WHO urges stockpiling radiation meds. Who remembers this? January 27, 2023. Getting you ready. Getting you ready. January 27, 2023. Stockpiling radiation meds for nuclear war. Give me a break. And when was this one? Moscow threatens nuke revenge. May 3rd, 5-3. 3553. Dude. And have you ever in your life seen a football score 11-17? Have you ever seen a score 11-17? I don't know how they did it, but that's the score of the Army-Navy game, 11-17. And there it is, 9-6, right in the ESPN article. 9-6 and 5-6. Dude. And when is National Taco Day every year, even if it's on a Friday? October 4th. 10-4, good buddy. Taco Tuesday, or it could be Taco Thursday, or it could be Taco any day. Why would you not just do the second Tuesday of the month, every October or something? They did it on October 4th, even if it falls on a Saturday. National Taco Day. Oh my God. And what do they say here? F you Christ, as in Christ, butter your own biscuit, fat ass. Okay? On 12/14. What is the very next day? 12/15. And when did they show Blondie? On Drudge. Blondie. When did they show it? On Blondie. And look at that when that came out. September 28th. September 28th. 928, 829, 826. And blow it off the map. Lindsey Graham says Iran base. Blow it off the map. 9-6. 2 plus 4 is 6. Or that could be 924. Right? 924. September 24th. And what is that down there? 103 times since October 17th. 117. Blow it off the map on 924. All right, let's get to it. What is Shimshat Torah? What the hell is Shimshat Torah? We have now reached the end of all fall Jewish holiday season. That means it's time to celebrate the two holidays of Shemini Ezrat, the 8th day of Solemn Assembly, and Shimshat Torah, the rejoicing in the Torah. In Israel, these 2 days are combined into one blockbuster holiday. But in the outside of Israel, they have their own unique identity. Shemini Ezrat is a bit of a mysterious holiday. Also has its own name. People sometimes wonder whether it's just a continuation of Sukkot, but actually Shemini Ezrat is very special. Okay? Bottom line is, that's when Israel got attacked on the last day of the Torah reading because the days are combined. But outside of Israel, it's 2 separate days. Shemini Ezrat and Shimshat Torah outside of Israel. When did Israel get attacked? On Shemini Ezrat in 2023, right? This is why on January 1st, listen, on January 1st, what happened January 1st? January 1st, you got the postponement of the Sugar Bowl. Sounds like the Super Bowl, right? You got the postponement of the Sugar Bowl, and you got the terrorist attack. You got the lightning strike and all that. So like I said, the Gentile first day of the first month is the Feast of Trumpets. They're mirroring the Feast of Trumpets, right? And this is why they gave you this date. It was the very last day of the year. The very last day of the year is the 23rd, January 23rd, right? It's January 24th on our calendar, but it's the 23rd day is the very last day of the year. Now look inside this box. Use your brain. Why did they give you, why did they not just say September 22nd? Why did they say September 22nd midday? The reason they said September 22nd midday is because, as you see, the 22nd right here, see the 22 up there? It doesn't end. The 22, the Jewish 22, the day start at midday, ends the next day. So this day right here, January 24th, is not only the 23rd, but it's also the 22nd. The 22nd does not end, the Jewish day 22nd does not end till midday, right? So January 24th is the day. This is why on September 24th, 7 minus 6 is 1, right? September is the first Jewish month. Nothing was the same. And this is why you got the 326, the 923 backwards, September 23rd. That's why the plutonium symbol is 923, because they can hide it from the monkeys. And Taylor Swift's lucky number is 13, because she magically was born on December 13th, BS. She turned 13 on Friday the 13th. Her first album went gold in 13. And this is why all these monkeys are getting 13 tattoos. That's why she's got a 13 on her hand. Not because of all the 13s. Julia Roberts in the movie Leave the World Behind, her daughter was 13 like Julian. Right? So, all you simply do is, what is the Julian of the 24th? It's literally right here. Okay? February 6th. 5, 6, 12, 6. 12 damn 6, dude. This is the day. J24. All they're doing, what is the very last day of the year? I just said the very last day of the year, they said, is when the last page of the Torah is read. This is why January 22nd, abortion was so massive, or is so massive. All they're doing is you're using the Julian, right? But how do we know they're going to use the Julian? How do we know they're not going to go to the Super Bowl? For goodness sake, how do we know they're not going to go to the Super Bowl? Because very simply, could they go to the Super Bowl? Let's see if they could go to the Super Bowl. Let's check the Super Bowl, since everyone's talking about this ridiculous Super Bowl. Well, Super Bowl is, there you go, 11-11. That's the Super Bowl, right? It's also 9-11 on the Super Bowl. Let's see if it's 7-11 on the Super Bowl. It's got to be 7-11. Let's see if the Super Bowl is 7-11 somehow. Nope, not 7-11. I don't see a 7-11 on here. It's 5-11. The Super Bowl could connect. That's why they give you all the Super Bowl coding. But this date right here is the Julian of J24. J24 right here. Okay? So this date right here, let's look inside this box. This box on February 6th is 5, it's 6, and it's 7. 5, 6, and 7. What is it here? It's 8, right? What does that mean? Oh, and it's also 9, because 6s are 9s, okay? So this date right here on February 6th is 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. You get it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what month are we in here? We are in the month of Shavat on this calendar, right? So when was Shavat? When was Shavat? This right here is the Torah month, the Hebrew month Shavat. When was Shavat on the Torah? It was in January. Pay attention. I'll say it one more time. So listen, it's a leap year. It's kind of confusing. So we were in the month of Shavat. We're currently in the month of Shavat. When were we in the month of Shavat on the Torah calendar? In January. This is why everything is coded in January. And what date? So because we're in January, we're still in January. Why did they push J6 down your throat? Because February 6th is J6. And what I say, it's in the box. Also in the box is the 7th, January 7th, right when the LA fires ignited, right? It's also 8, January 8th, 10-8, Tevet 8, 10-8, right? When you see some serious shit, it's also 10-9, right here, 10-9. This is the week of greatness all in one day. And what else is in that box? What else is in that box is the 5th, 5. Dude, listen carefully. When did Doc Brown say you're going to see some serious shit? On 10-4, on January 4th. The very next day is January 5th. When did Trump say, calm before the storm? He said calm before the storm on 10-5. What is the very next day? 10-6. Guys, they're using January. They're using January. Very simple. And what is the last day? What is the last day of the Jewish year? It's the 23rd. It is the damn 23rd right here, right? That's why they said January. That's why they said September 23rd, 24th, and 22nd. It's all on this day. And if we're in this month, 11-2-3, let's go to our month, 11-2-3, right? There it is. 9-2-3. This was the X on the Black Eyed Peas calendar. That's why 9-2-6, 9 up there, 2-6 was so crazy important, right? But let's go back to our current day. Our current day we're on is Shavat. Shavat means 5 and 11, right? There's your 7/11 and 9/11. There's your remember the 5th of November. And as Mark Allison showed in his video, the eyes were covered on Melania, just like the eyes were covered on the guy from the 5th of remember the 5th of November. So you look, the eyes are covered. This is the 5th of November. Guys, when is the 5th of November? It's on February 6th. Remember the 5th of November, right? And what was that post? That post I showed you with Bin Laden. It was 923 and 95. What is the Julian of this day? It's 923. See? Look, 923 right here. 923. The Julian of this day is 923. November means 9. 1123, right? That's why. So it's 1123. And then the Julian of this day is right here. It's the 5th, right? 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6. Drew calendar 6 months apart. 12 minus 6 is 5. There's your 6595. What are the damn odds? That article came out on 9/5/2020 with Bin Laden. And then what are the odds? What are the damn odds that the timestamp was 923? The only day that's 9/5 and 923, and they talk about 9/11, only Trump can prevent another 9/11. The only day that matches is February 6th, right? I did not think they would go to February because the song Bye Bye Miss American Pie, February made me shiver with every paper I delivered. But they can write that off saying, oh, it was about a plane crash, Buddy Holly, whatever. The monkeys can say whatever. But that's why I didn't think they were going to go to February. But either way, we are here. And this is why Taylor Swift has the 13. 13 days later is the Julian. They're using the damn Julian. That's why on September 26th, obviously, it's massive. On September 26th, 13 days later, you had the second hurricane. The first hurricane was right here. And exactly the Julian of September 26th, 13 days later, Florida gets hit with a massive second hurricane 13 days later. Okay? So, that's what we have going on. And when is the International Day of Judgment? 1/17. 1/17. And Barack Obama cuts his final White House press conference of the year by telling her, I gotta go to Star Wars. May the 4th be with you. Guys, when did Trump say the calm before the storm? He said it on 10/5. The very next day, like I said, is 10/6, right? 10/6. But this is also, this date right here, February 6th, matches it all. October 7th, over and over again. What is that date? 12/7? What date did I do a video on? I'm like, dude, December 7th is massive. December 7th is out of control. Look at December 7th, right? It was 10/10. The Jewish date was 10/7. 10/10. That's why Madonna was holding up that 10/10 sign. I'm like, dude, something's going down on December 10th and nothing happened. 10/7. This is what they're pointing you to. Guys, the market closed at 666 on 12/5. What is that date? What is the date on February 6th? Just showed you it's 12/5 and 12/6. Dude, February 6th is the day, right? Now look what happened on the weekend, this weekend on Saturday, when all the monkeys are out getting drunk and, you know, going to Costco or whatever the hell monkeys do when they're distracted, when they're not paying attention. Magically, Iran is back in the news. The blue blood nuclear attack, right? Nuclear attack with a timestamp of 12/12. When's 12/12? Well, Obama was in the classroom. What does December mean? It means 10. 10/10. I just showed you when is 10/10. 10/10 is on December 7th. 12/7. And when is 12/7? December 7th. It's on February 6th. And look at that timestamp. When it's multiple numbers in military time, it's 5/12. Or 5, yeah, it's 5/12. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12/5, right? 12/5. And if you want to listen to Christine Lagarde and take that into singular numbers, single digits, 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. That's 3/5, dude. What is 3/5? 3/5 is very simple. 3/5 is right here. The exact date. What month are we in? We're in Shavat, right? We're in Shavat right here. Shavat means 5 and 11. There's your 11/6, by the way. 9/11. All right, I don't want to show Steve Fletcher, but I will admit I did watch Steve Fletcher. All right, I can't find Steve Fletcher, so luckily, because he picks every day of the week. since January 2nd, he's been choosing every day. But there's 124. What is the date on February 6th? 124. Exactly 124. The Julian of January 24th, right? But the reason I was trying to find this is because in that Pine Mall that we've all seen, we've seen this date 116, right? 119, 116. What is the exact day? Everyone flips this over, showing it's 9/11. Well, this was the terrorist attack, obviously, in this scene in Back to the Future. Dude, what is the exact day on February 6th? Shavat means 11. It's 116. 911. This is your 911 over and over again. When did the two Jewish temples burn? They burned on 5/6, on the exact day. They burned on 5/9, the 9th of Av, right? So Shavat means 5. February 6th is the 9th of Av. This is why the Super Bowl will be canceled, right? They're not going to go to the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl obviously is that 9. Super Bowl is way too obvious. And if you go to the Super Bowl, that's 3 days later, right? 3 days later, that's January 27th. That's why I'm like, dude, something's going down January 27th. And we had that market collapse, whale ritual, and we had something other, I forgot, on that day. Something massive on that day, January 27th. We had the whale ritual, and we had one other massive event on that day, which was crazy. So, bottom line is, January 27th, they're trying to point you to the Super Bowl, and it's not going to be that. If it's Super Bowl, I'm wrong, obviously. But the Super Bowl, if we get past the 6th, then we look at the Super Bowl, but we're not getting past the 6th, right? February 6th. The Super Bowl is on Black Sunday. Talking about Black Sunday. So you talking about Black Sunday? The reason it can't be the Super Bowl because they have all this Black Sunday coding. They've coded every day, right? Every day of the week, especially Bloody Sunday and Black Sunday. Black Sunday, that movie, look at that guy's jersey and the movie cover. 24? Literally, guys, 24. All they're doing is they're coding everything on for the Super Bowl. iPet Goat and people like Exalted Dipshit are falling for it, and it's all on this day, 5/6. Why would iPet Goat show you literally? They would show you 5/6 market collapse war coverage. Why will the Google glitch show you that? 5/6 Iran war, 5/6. Why would the movie Knowing have 5/6 or May 15th on there? 5/6, 3/6. Guys, what's 3 plus 6? 9/6. And if you look at Blondie, there's your 9/6 right there, right? And what I showed at the beginning of the video, 118. When is 118? 118 and 117 is on this day. It says Mayday, right? Mayday. That movie Mayday with the guy's helmet, 118. Right here, 7/11 is 9/11. 116. There is no other day that fits, as well as this. This is why December 7th was off the charts. And what does December mean? December means 10. There's your October 7th over and over again on the night of February 6th. J24.
Years.
June 6th?
Of this year?
I think there's going to be an earthquake that hits LA.
In June 6th?
Yeah. Maybe even a little earlier. But yeah, I think...
Is that why you're in Texas?
Yeah, actually, that's a big reason.
Guys, what does Shavat mean? Shavat means 5, right? Shavat means 5. So, right here, he said June 6th. June 6th. 12 minus 6 is 6. But I bring up Shavat because the date on, right here, June 20, okay, so this is what they're coding. This is what they gave us right here. They gave us this date, the 24th, September 24th. Nothing will be the same, right? September is the first Jewish month. January is the first Gentile month. This is why everything was coded right here, September 22nd, 23rd, 24th. If you go, what month are we in on the Jewish calendar in January? Listen, 11 minus 6. They're using this calendar, right? So if they're using this date, 11 minus 6 is 5. 524. 524. 524. What is the Julian of June 6? It's 524. 524. 524. Not only is the Julian of 524, June 6, 524, but we know that June 6th is literally all they're doing is they're coding it in 524. We know June 6th is February 6th. 6, 12 minus 6 is 6. And Israel has decided to attack Iran's nuke sites, right? Look at that caption. September 24th. Nothing was the same. What are the damn odds, dude? September 24th. Right there. And when is September 24th? September 24th is exactly on January 24th, the last day of the year. All right, at this point, if you don't know, the last day of the year, the last day of the Jewish year is always the 23rd day outside of Israel. Don't ever watch any of these videos ever again. Slap yourself in the face. I mean, God bless. It's right here. The 23rd is the last day. All they're doing is the Taylor Swift 13. And that's why you don't pray for these people. They're going to burn to death. The evil eye of Ra is here. He's giving you the evil eye of Ra right there. And then you read between the lines. There will be many casualties. Many casualties, right? And look at the many casualties right here. June 13th, 316, 136, 913. There will be many casualties, right? Guys, they're giving you all the Iran news on the weekend when nobody's watching. Look at that timestamp, 11/7, 4 + 3, 7. Iran's covert nuclear found operating out of top space program launch sites. 924. 924. Can't emphasize how important this is. All right, so bottom line is February 6th at night. If you don't see it at this point, you'll never see it ever again. This is it.
Wake up on Thursday. I'm sick of covering up. I'm tired of feeling so broken. I'm tired of falling in love. Sometimes I'm shy and I'm anxious. Sometimes I'm down on my knees. Sometimes I try to embrace all my insecurities. So I won't wear makeup on Thursday, 'cause who I am is enough. And there are many things that I could change so slightly, but why would I succumb to something so unlike me? I was always taught to just be myself. Don't change for anyone. I wanna laugh, I wanna cry. Don't want these tears inside my eyes, yeah. Don't wanna wake up and feel insecure. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna feel love inside my hands again. I just wanna feel beautiful. I just wanna feel beautiful. I wear my sweatpants on Thursday, and I'll drink slow gin from a can. I'll build my own independence. I don't always need a man. You know, sometimes I feel lonely, could do with the company. Oh, I get high when I'm down, but you know that's alright with me. So I will do nothing on Thursday. Sit alone and be. And there are many things that I could change so slightly, but why would I succumb to something so unlike me? I was always taught to just be myself. Don't change for anyone. I wanna laugh, I wanna cry. Don't want these tears inside my eyes, yeah. Don't wanna wake up and feel insecure. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna feel love inside my hands again. I just wanna feel beautiful. I just wanna feel beautiful. I just wanna feel beautiful. I won't wear makeup on Thursday, 'cause who I am is enough. And I wanna laugh, I wanna cry. Don't want these tears inside my eyes, yeah. Don't wanna wake up and feel insecure. I wanna sing, I wanna dance, I wanna feel love inside my hands again. I
All right, as you may or may not be able to tell, this is a late edition clip. Daniel's 70 weeks. What is Daniel's 70 weeks according to ChatGPT? Daniel's 70 weeks for a futurist view. The 70th week is yet to come, associated with the Antichrist, a future 7-year tribulation, and the return of Jesus. Antichrist, the Messiah. It's one of the key biblical prophecies used to support different end times theories, especially regarding the rapture, tribulation, and coming of Christ. Would you like more details? When was Israel attacked? It was attacked on October 6th. It was October 6th in Babylon, the night of October 6th. It was October 7th there. Precisely 70 weeks on the dot. Drop the mic. If you still think it's going to go to the Super Bowl, well, power to you. You're not going to the Super Bowl. It's going to this. There's no way all these connections happen to this exact day.